A slice of life from the gardens of the radiant spire. The bells of Holme sang before the sun rose. Soft silver chimes from balconies, wind catchers, and the thousand-threaded carillons strung along the city's southern terraces whispered the arrival of the solstice of the eternal bloom. By morning the city smelled of citrus blossom, dew-soaked ivy, and the clean musk of pollen-rich air. Home was always beautiful. Glass domes arched like cathedral ribs over its tiered gardens and spire-wrapped towers. But on this day, the capital seemed to glow from within. At the Seminar of Natural Harmonics, where elven scholars debated flora with the same rigor Holme's alchemists gave fire, the outer cloisters were thick with students and visitors stringing wildflower garlands along the marble balustrades. Petal casters, young druids with delicate command over bloom and vine, sent spiraling wreaths of blue iris and dusk clover weaving through the air in gentle patterns. At a stone bench beneath the silver plum trees, a half-elven girl sat barefoot with a sketchbook on her lap and her satchel crammed full of chalks and star-lily stems. Her name was Leta Vallorin, and she had not gone home for the solstice. She told herself it was because the dormitory gardens needed tending, but truly she did not want to face her father's silence again, not after last year's argument. Her charcoal scratched gently over the page, capturing the way the sun threaded through the trees above her, making their leaves glow like candlelit glass. Her hand paused. She looked up. A boy was watching her. Not a boy exactly. A Firbolg, awkward and huge, wearing robes 3 sizes too short and sandals that clearly hadn't fit since spring. He had one arm full of mossy planters and the other holding a badly wrapped floral crown made mostly of dandelions, and, was that a cabbage rose? He blinked at her. "You're sitting where I was going to plant the hornshade," he said sheepishly. Leta blinked back. "You're holding it upside down." The Firbolg turned the crown in his hand. It didn't look any better. "Ah, so I am." She tilted her head, inspecting the plant boxes. "Hornshade likes dry stone and partial sun. That spot'll roast it dead." The Firbolg squinted at the bench, then at her, then at the flowers. "I'm Will." "Leta, do you, know a better spot?" "No, here." Leta hesitated, then closed her sketchbook. "Yes, come on." They found a nook 2 levels down, in a half-sunken courtyard no one used anymore. The stone there held warmth, but the walls let the shadows stay cool. A small cistern still bubbled faintly in the center, and forget-me-nots clung to the cracks in the flagstones. "This," Leta said, dropping to one knee, "is perfect." Will knelt too, his massive finger surprisingly gentle as he nestled the hornshade into the soil. They worked in companionable silence, dirt on their hands and the sun on their backs. When the planting was done, Will hesitated again. "Would you wear it?" he asked, holding out the crown. Leta looked at it, chaotic, charming, half-crushed by accident, and saw how proud he was. She took it carefully and placed it on her head. "It's awful," she said, smiling. "Thank you." They spent the afternoon tending neglected beds, reviving planters, and breathing laughter into a forgotten space. When the sun reached its zenith, bells rang again across Holme. The rooftop blooms of the radiant spire, usually folded to conserve magic, opened all at once in a synchronized flourish, 1,000-colored petals arching outward like a floral halo. And then, as the light struck the central prism atop the spire's dome, it refracted across the city into pure rainbows streaming through windows and archways, casting spirals of color onto walls, skin, and cobblestone. Leta and Will watched from the courtyard, lying on their backs beside the new flower beds. Rainbow light painted the air above them. "Next year," Leta murmured, "we should plant early, bring this place back fully." Will nodded, eyes closed, face peaceful. "Yeah, we'll call it Solstice Garden." After a pause. "We'll need more dandelions." Leta groaned. "And no more cabbage roses." They laughed, the sound soft and easy, and for a moment the whole world felt warm and new.